On this episode of AMA Air, learn about the IRCHA Jamboree.
Plus, meet an IRCHA pilot with a notable history.
And hear about another event right here at the International Air Modeling Center. All that and more on this episode of AMA Air.
Hello and welcome to AMA Air, your source for modeling news. I'm Chris Savage.
And I'm Claire Aldenheisen, filling in for Aaron Dobbs today. The Victor Valley RC Flyers will be holding Volts over Victory Valley on September 15th in Hesperia, California. Anything electric can be flown with prizes for various categories.
Baton Rouge RC Club will be hosting the 2018 Scale Masters, September 13th through the 16th in Irwinville, Louisiana. The best of the best in RC scale competition qualified to compete.
The Rocky Mountain Soaring Association will be hosting the U.S. F5J Team Selection September 1st through the 3rd in Commerce City, Colorado. F5J FAI rules apply.
The Model Association of Central Kansas is holding the MAC Sunflower Classic in Great Bend, Kansas on September 8th and the 9th. The field will be open Friday for practice.
Jet Fest 2018 will be held in Kingsport, Tennessee on September 1st. Johnson City Radio Controllers are hosting the event and proceeds will help support supplies for soldiers.
The DC Radio Control Club will be hosting the Bealeton Big Bird Fly-In September 7th through the 9th in Bealeton, Virginia. Sunday will feature a full-scale Barnstormers air show and open cockpit biplane rides will be available. So I am totally on board for an open cockpit biplane ride, except that I'm terrified of heights. So that doesn't actually sound like that much fun for me.
I'm not about that life. Coming up, we'll take a look into the IRCHA Jamboree.
Hi, my name's Lawrence Tugas. I'm the AMA District 10 Vice President. We're going to have a District 10 fly-in. We're going to hold it October 26th through the 28th in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. We're doing this for a good cause. All of our proceeds are going to the Marine Corps Toys for Tots charity. We're going to show them that AMA members can give with their hearts and have a good time at the same time. So hope to see you there October 26th through the 28th.
Entries for the AMA Foundation for the Future sweepstakes are now being accepted. You can enter once a week, August 15th through October 1st, for your chance to win a trip to AMA Expo West in California, November 2nd through the 4th. The trip will include airfare for one, accommodations, a ride in Lady Alice, a full-scale P-51 Mustang, and even more. Visit amafoundation.modelaircraft.org/sweepstakes to enter.
Every great thing needs to grow and adapt as the times change. The best-selling vehicles, for example, undergo design tweaks every few years to stay current and maintain their excitement. The same holds true in the publishing world. The current design of model aviation has held up very well over the past several years, but it's time for a few changes to make sure we're providing the best publication possible for our members. The AMA is partnering with Bates Creative to redesign our flagship publication. And along with the new look, we'll be making a few changes to our column schedule to better reflect our membership's overall interests. Keep an eye on our social media. We'll be revealing more details in the coming months. You'll see the new look in the January 2019 issue, available towards the end of December.
And if you're curious about the history of Model Aviation magazine, be sure to check out the June episode of Flyby, available on our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/modelaircraft. National Model Aviation Day was August 11th, and AMA celebrated the day earlier this month. Families gathered here at the International Air Modeling Center for activities involving kites, paper airplanes, rockets, and more. Some children even had their first experiences with full-scale aviation. Visit modelaviation.com/aviation-adventure-2018 to learn more about why AMA hosts this event.
While the National Air Modeling Championships were wrapping up earlier this month, more pilots and spectators are traveling to the International Air Modeling Center for another event. The IRCHA Jamboree is a chance to see friends and extended family members you might not see regularly. It's also a chance to browse and buy from vendors, take in competitions, and fly with some of the best helicopter pilots in the world. We had the chance to speak with IRCHA's leaders to learn a little bit more about the event. Let's take a look.
Hey, I'm Tim DePerry. I've been part of IRCHA for several years. I'm a vice president of IRCHA. I started this modeling business back actually in 1978 when I got my first model helicopter. I'm probably the oldest part of the group as far as flying, and I've just been trying to help the team work on competition flying and some events that we're trying to bring to IRCHA for some fun opportunities.
Hi, I'm Charles Anderson. I'm currently the president of IRCHA. I started in the hobby back in the late 80s, early 90s. I started out with gliders and fixed wing and came back into the hobby in the early 2000s. Got into helicopters and came to the IRCHA Jamboree the first couple of times just to pilot, and then became part of the IRCHA board, and so I've actually been on the board for 14 years now. What we love to do is bring everyone together from all over the world and make sure that they have an incredible time, get to see America, get to see the Academy of Model Aviation International facility, and just have the best time they can ever have flying helicopters for an entire week at the IRCHA Jamboree.
My name is Dan Lucenti. I'm also Vice President of IRCHA. I've been on the board for about 4 years now, and I started flying model aircraft back in the late 90s. Progressed to helicopters in the mid-2000s. I came to a Jamboree. I liked what I saw, got involved with the guys that put it on, and here we are today.
IRCHA began a number of years ago with a fellow named Don Chapman. His original purpose was to improve the helicopter pilot performance anywhere in the world. It really began right here in the Midwest. He actually came from Ohio. I was fortunate enough to go to one of the very first IRCHA Jamborees back when it was in Pennsylvania. It was a moving event at that time, and we weren't just stationary here. It got so big that this was really the only place in the United States that we felt was good enough to host such a thing. But
what is amazing about this event is it's one time of year where people can come and they get to be with people who are of their own mindset. They get to talk about helicopters, look at helicopters, and do nothing but think helicopters for an entire 7 days. And it's that camaraderie and the after evening activities, the parties and get-togethers that make this just the most incredible social event that there is in the entire world. And so it's the one time of year that participants can actually interact with the owners of the companies, the designers of the products, and many of the professional pilots that represent the companies. So this is the place to be. If you want to know about helicopters and learn, you attend the IRCHA Jamboree.
So yeah, if you've never been to the Jamboree, some of the things that you may want to come for are the different events we have going on. We got everything from scale machines, and we piggyback right onto the national competition, the national championship of scale. So the people who come for the national championship have their equipment set up on display and on flight on the side of the field. We have a speed competition during our event, and then we try to do a few fun competitions too. This year we're doing a physical prowess challenge. We also have a flying competition Saturday night, and that involves the top pilots from our sponsors competing for a prize. If you're not interested in competing in any of them events, we still have the structured event of the sponsor hours to see what you want to see when you want to see it. And then in the evenings after our scheduled times, we have the feeling of a fun fly. So you can come enjoy it like a fun fly, throw down with your buddies, and just have an all-out good time. So it's almost like two events in one. We got a vendor show and we got a fun fly.
The IRCHA Jamboree is a fantastic event for families. One of the great things every year is we see families from all over the country come in and attend. And fathers bring their kids, they bring their daughters, husbands bring their wives. We see husbands and wives both flying together, and that's why this is a great family and friendly atmosphere. We also partner with the AMA on the Adventure Day. And so that gives us a chance to bring many more people into the hobby and introduce them to helicopters. So on Saturday this year, you'll see many women, children, husbands coming out here to the site to try their hand at buddy boxing, thanks to a couple of the companies here on site. And that's the great part of our event. It's not just for the average male or female who enjoys the hobby, it's for the entire family. And we pride ourselves on being an incredible family-friendly event.
Well, IRCHA is one of the largest events that we have here at the International Air Modeling Center. And it's so cool to see the energy that group has when they are back there. So they have the event at Site 4, if anyone's familiar with the International Air Modeling Center. And the energy back there is just incredible.
It really is. It's so much fun, and they're so passionate about their hobby. It's incredible. It's addictive.
It is kind of addictive, right? Well, coming up, meet a notable pilot who attended the 2018 IRCHA Jamboree. With so many participants, many IRCHA pilots and attendees consider everyone family. So let's meet one of those pilots.
Hi, I'm Alan Szabo Jr. We're here at IRCHA 2018. I'm here with Align. We've been attending IRCHA since, I believe, 2005. I've been flying RC helicopters for about 20 years now. Got into the hobby because my dad flew RC airplanes, and it was something that I always was really interested in, with the helicopters being something different. And here I am today, 20 years later, flying helicopters. Back in about 2001, I believe, we started doing a lot of 3D aerobatic contests for helicopters. I started competing, and my first one I was able to finish top 3. And I started competing every year after that. And I won in 2007 the XFC and the Align Cup and a few other little events around the country. And since about 2008, I've kind of retired out of 3D contest flying and have focused on R&D work with Align, just working on new products and all the new fun stuff that we've come out with. At the AMA Expo, we plan to do something a little special for everybody. We're going to be doing a night fly, but not just with one helicopter. We're definitely planning on doing at least 2 machines with a tandem dual demo flight. It's something you definitely don't want to miss. You can find out a bunch of information about us either on Facebook, on the Align Corp, or my personal page, the Alan Szabo Jr., or also with Gale Align for any information questions. You can also visit Enterprise Hobby for the U.S. distributor, and of course the Align Taiwan website as well, with all our models and anything that's upcoming as well. Make sure you come visit us at the AMA Expo. Make sure you find all our demo times. You won't be disappointed. It'll be well worth your time to check it out.
Coming up, take a look at the 2018 MultiGP International Open.
Every journey starts somewhere. Our journey begins with imagination. And imagination can take us anywhere. Because the best journeys end with new beginnings.
The 2018 MultiGP International Open was held August 8th through the 12th here at the International Air Modeling Center. 9 tracks were running simultaneously. Attendees could visit the freestyle, team racing, World Cup, spec racing, micro, or rookie tracks. Pilots could also participate in the FPV wing racing sponsored by FPV WRA.
Well, that's all for this episode of AMA Air. You can stay connected with us by following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
For even more videos, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And from all of us here at AMA, thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time, but for now, it's time to get flying.